Thank you very much, and good evening to everyone. How are you doing this evening? Good? All right. As you can imagine, I'm very happy because we have 3 new auxiliary bishops for the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. Isn't it great? As you know, the ordination is going to be this coming Tuesday. And on Monday evening, it's Labor Day, but we have an evening prayer where we're going to welcome the 3 new auxiliary bishops and have the blessing of their insignias, their ring and their mitre and crosier. So you all are invited. And please pray for them. There are 3 wonderful priests, and it is a great blessing for the Archdiocese. So tonight, I want to welcome all of you to this important conversation with Abby Johnson. To my mind, Abby Johnson is one of the heroes of the modern pro-life movement, and her story should inspire all of us, and especially young people. Inspire us in our work to build a culture of life. So I'm personally grateful that Abby accepted our invitation to talk to us tonight. We asked her to come and help us to understand the terrible videos that we have been seeing on the internet in these recent weeks. I do not think anybody in this room tonight was surprised to learn that Planned Parenthood abortion clinics are selling the body parts of unborn children. This kind of activity seems to be built into the corporate culture of Planned Parenthood. This is what Planned Parenthood has been all about from its beginnings. The organization was founded, as we know, to eliminate the poor, minorities, and the unfit through birth control and abortion. But on a deeper level, these videos have shown us that trafficking in human organs and body parts flows out of the very logic of abortion. The cruel logic that decides that some human lives are not worth living and not worth defending. The cruel logic that says some human lives can be disposed of or used as raw material and spare parts so that others can have a better so-called quality of life. Sadly, my dear friends, none of this is news to us. But it has been a revelation to many of our neighbors. It has been interesting to me to see the effect of these videos on others in our society. Millions have seen these videos on the internet. And even those who support abortion say that they are deeply disturbed by what they are seeing. They seem to sense that what is going on in these videos violates our deepest values. They seem to sense that this is a line that should never be crossed. That it takes us to places where we do not want to go, as a people or as a society. So in a way, I think these videos give us a kind of turning point moment. And this is why I am so grateful that Abby has come to talk to us tonight. In these weeks, since the videos started coming out, I think we all have been feeling frustrated. I know that personally I have been really sad, but also angry that this kind of terrible activity is being allowed to go on in our society and nobody seems able to stop it. Most of all, I have been looking for something positive to do, some way that personally I can help change things, help change people's attitudes and consciences, And I'm coming to see that these videos really do give us a new moment, a new opportunity to help people understand that we cannot promote social justice or defend human dignity if we do not first defend the right to life and the sanctity of unborn life. This is what we are trying to do every day here in the Archdiocese of Los Angeles. This is the mission of our Office of Life, Justice, and Peace. And this is what we are trying to do with One Life LA, which is our annual commemoration of the tragic decision of legalizing abortion in our country. With One Life LA, we are trying to call attention to the sanctity and dignity of human life in all stages and in every condition. With One Life LA, we are trying to build a community of conscience to defend life and protect life, all human life, beginning with the weakest and the most vulnerable. Because, my dear friends, we are all called to live the gospel of life. That means speaking out wherever human rights are violated and human dignity is denied. That's why we are so outraged by these videos of Planned Parenthood. This is also why the church here in Los Angeles is committed to serving the poor, the elderly, the immigrant, the prisoner, and the sick. This is why we are concerned with racial injustice and economic inequality, with violence and drugs and family breakdown in our communities. This is why we are concerned with the refugee crisis in Europe and the persecution of Christians in the Middle East. But my friends, we can never forget that the fundamental violence in our world and the fundamental injustice in our society is the taking of innocent life through abortion, and the killing of the sick and defenseless through euthanasia and assisted suicide. Abortion and euthanasia are attacks on life itself and attacks on the weakest and the most defenseless members of our community. We need to continue to proclaim that the right to life is the foundation of every other right and freedom, and the true foundation of justice and peace in society. We have been standing together for many years, my dear friends, in this cause of human life and human dignity. We need to stick together, and we need to keep going. We need to keep encouraging one another and strengthening one another and praying for one another. Right now, as you know, we are looking at assisted suicide legislation in Sacramento. It is being pushed through unfairly. It is pushed through unfairly in a special session. Assisted suicide is a grave threat to the poor, the elderly, and the handicapped, as you know. So thank you for everything you are doing to help us defeat this legislation. So let us keep working together to build a culture of life. Let us continue to pray for the respect of every human life from conception to natural death. Let us commit ourselves once again to show our brothers and sisters that God's love embraces every life, and especially those lives that are vulnerable and weak, and those who cannot care for themselves. So thank you again for coming tonight to support this event and One Life LA. And thank you for everything you all are doing for the cause of life. And of course, see you at One Life LA in January. Thank you. God bless you all.